Yeah. Relentless Racing League. NASCAR dreams. Full speed kings. Let's go. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Green flag wave and the engine scream. 30 cars flying, living that Speedway dream. Draft so tight, bumper to chrome. Every lap of battle, this is where we roam. Rubber in this racing, yeah, we know the code. Last lap glory on a victory road. From short tracks to super speedway nights, legends made under flashing lights. One mission, one name, one goal too. Relentless Racing League coming through. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Tires burning sparks when we dive down low. 3 Watt thunder putting on a show. Spotter calling clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks set the stage. ARCA rising, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name. Speed, heart, glory, all the same. Relentless Racing League, we own the game, how? Relentless on the track. Relentless on the track.
All right, everyone, welcome to Relentless Racing League. Tonight we have the Legacy of Liberty O'Reilly Series at Las Vegas, 130 laps. Joined tonight by Tricky Dick himself, Richard Maltese. Richard, how's it going?
Evening, Tony. Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, can't complain, can't complain. Should be an interesting race tonight. They had some issues early on getting everybody into the session, but they overcame and got everybody in here. Luckily for them, it looks like the track temp is significantly cooler than it was in the previous session. So
aren't they lucky?
we ran some practice early in the week with a similar track temp to what they had in the previous session, and it was slippery.
It sure was. I did partake in that practice race, and it was a little bit slippery. But yeah, good on them if they have a cooler track temp, because yeah, not always the funniest when everything's scorching hot. It's just going to burn your tires up.
Absolutely. We have just started qualifying. Nobody has taken a lap yet. We're going to see who starts on the pole tonight and earns that bonus point. A couple drivers,
Definitely.
quite a few drivers actually out on track at the moment. So we'll kind of cycle through as currently Michael Newbraw in that 6 car has the fastest time with a 30.38. But I expect that time will not hold.
No, that's for sure. With that track temp, I'm expecting, yeah, so we have 30.1 coming in high. Track temp right now, 86 Fahrenheit, which is around 30 degrees Celsius. That's a bit cooler, that's for sure, especially for a track like Vegas, which tends to be way hotter than this.
Absolutely. Like you said, we just got a 30.12 from the 86 of Bill Peters. We'll see if we can get below that 30-second mark. That would be a pretty quick lap if they can get somewhere in those 29.
Yeah, that would be insane, not gonna lie. But again, the track temperature will matter a lot in this situation.
Yeah, I think when we were practicing on that hotter track, we were barely somewhere around that 31 mark for a lot of it. So
Yeah, the fastest lap in qualifying on the harder track was 31.1. So they're at least a second faster during this qualification session.
all right, so tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 130 laps, one stage at lap 30, and they have 4 extra sets of tires. So with the cooler track, I expect the tires will definitely hold up a little bit better than what we saw when we practiced on that hotter temp. Zach says, "Tell Tricky he's sounding American again." I love it.
I don't, and he's trolling me. Is it because I said the word Fahrenheit? Is that it?
It might be using those freedom units.
Yeah. I have to. I have to. So yeah, stage at lap 30, like you mentioned, a lot of tire sets tonight, especially with that cooler track temperature. You're gonna be able to hold on to tires way better. So if there is a late caution throughout the race, might be a good opportunity for people to change 2 or 4 tires. You know, just for that little sprint at the end, the drag race to the end. You know.
Absolutely, and we may see that, especially with that extra set of tires being available. We don't believe they'll have to pit in that first stage. Everybody should be able to make it on fuel, but a lot of that's going to depend on cautions and whatnot. So we may see some alternate strategy there. But if it goes green, I don't expect anybody will pit in that first stage.
No, for sure. And from what we know, the drivers will have between 32 and 35 laps of fuel in the tank. So, like you said, that's more than enough for the entirety of the stage. Just gonna depend on how disciplined the drivers are tonight. I'm currently watching Brandon Banks. I don't believe he's done. Okay, so he qualified, but right now just running some practice, pit lane entry practice, and it's a good thing to do, honestly. If there is, and I expect there will be some green flag pit stops, that's gonna matter a lot.
And Joey Burchett jumps to the top of the board with a 30.1 as we move into the race. So let's go over some race info here. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 71 degrees with a light 7-mile-an-hour wind. 85-degree track temp, so definitely about 20 degrees cooler than what we saw earlier in the previous session. Track is a 1.5-mile track, kind of your standard cookie cutter track, as a lot of people would say, but normally puts on some really good racing. So we'll see what these boys can do tonight.
Yeah, there's something very nice about Vegas. It's a track I enjoy very much, despite the track tending to be quite hot. The fact that despite being like you said, a cookie cutter track, you can almost run it full throttle for a couple of laps. I'm not saying you can, and I'm not saying you can a lot, but for a while, you can be extremely quick around this track. So it makes it quite interesting. And the banking into 3 and 4 makes it also quite good. It's a track I enjoy.
Absolutely. All right, well, here's our starting grid. Joey Burchett gets the bonus point. He ran a 30.106. William Peters to his outside. Chase Lewis in third with Josh Short in fourth. Eric Schaefer in fifth and Riley Hoots in sixth. Adam Chapman seventh. Mark Padgett eighth. Michael Ball ninth. Mike Rominger 10th. Justin Miller 11th. Alan Grindle in 12th. And that rounds out your top 12.
So I'm looking at the lap times, and it's interesting because from P1 till P6, they're all within 1/10 of a second of each other. So extremely tight field tonight.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what we typically see at some of these cookie cutter tracks. Is there's normally a lot of bunched up cars time wise, and then you typically have like a second group that's a little bit slower. But we'll see. We'll see. I think tires are going to matter tonight, especially in the long run. But we're going to see some comers and goers all night, I think.
And most definitely, and one thing you'll have to consider is how people will react to others. We know we have around 35 laps of fuel, but some people might decide to pit at the 30 laps mark. So do you stay out longer on older tires? Are you able to manage long enough to get fast lap times? It's just, it's a mind game. Sometimes you have to react, sometimes you don't. I'm interested to see how these guys play it out. And we have some experienced folks in the year, like Peters has been running the Nope series for a while, currently on the first row. I'm not surprised he's on the first row, but I expect a lot of things from him. I expect him to be a front runner contender this season.
And he's one of those ones where he's been starting up front on the front row for quite a while now, and it's kind of impressive to see the strides he's made in that short run speed, especially in qualifying.
Sure. So that at this point, it's all going to be about tire management, maybe a little bit of fuel management.
Green flag, green flag.
Green. Terrible
Oh, they're already wrecking the 22 into the outside wall. 54 goes around.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
This is not a good start.
We'll have to go check our Relentless replay and see what happened. So we are going to go to a chopper view and back this up a little bit. And I think we're going to go to that 22 car because he seems to be the one who got caught up into this the most. But I think there was a checkup in front of him.
Yes.
35.
There was a checkup in front and the back as well.
And then the 9 got into him. He got hit from behind, and then a few other cars got taken out as well. But let's see his car. His car doesn't look.
To be fair,
terrible.
I don't expect a lot of damage. Like it was pretty slow speed contacts. I don't necessarily expect a lot of damage. Like for example, I'll go watch the number 13 of Clatterbuck. He was involved in this, and if I take a look, his front is pretty much a brand new.
Danny Rogers took a lot of damage there. It doesn't look terrible, but there are some gaps in the hood that will definitely affect the car. Yeah. He got.
That might be a minute or two of repairs. You might be able to get that repaired pretty quickly.
The 9 took a pretty nasty shot to the rear. His back bumper is all beaten. And I believe, let's check Alan Grindle here. His car looks okay from my view, but there was a few.
In the contacts, Grindle is already out of the pit, so I believe all of his repairs are done. He only gave a tap to the car in front of him. Could have been a bit worse in terms of damage, but seems to be doing pretty okay. I expect this car to be brand new at this point, if he's already out.
I think the 9 and the 54 really took the most damage there visually. Now, the one I'm not sure of is that 22 car. He did hit that wall.
Let me take a quick look.
Got a little dent in the back end. Got some gaps on the
and not the right side. He has damage on the left side. The wall was on the right side.
Oh yeah, he's got some damage on the right side front corner. Got some gaps
right
there.
Indeed.
So we'll see if they can buff that out and get him back out there competitively.
Clatterbox still in the pits as well. Although I'm surprised because he didn't seem to have damage. Maybe he has a bit of wheel damage.
That's what's always hard to tell from our perspective, right? Is we can't see if the wheels are out of alignment at all. But definitely a possibility. Let's see if we can. He's back out now. Everything looks good. Mark Padgett's still on pit road. Michael Newbraw's another one who spent some time on pit road. He still does have some damage on that right front corner. There's some gaps between the front clip and the fender. but I think that will be repairable over time. I don't think that's too much, but Mark Paget's still sitting on pit road. He's the one who looks like I mean, we saw him get into the outside wall.
Yeah, definitely. That was still a big hit, and again, that's why it matters a lot to be very mindful of your surroundings, especially on the start. As they were wrecking, I was about to mention that the top line didn't get a very good start, but the bottom line of Burchett didn't either. He didn't really get a good start there, so that's probably why they all kind of banged up together, started to have this accordion effect of people expecting things to go faster than they did.
Yeah.
And now Burchett, the leader, is on the top lane, which means that Peters
Green,
doesn't
green, green.
necessarily have a good view, and Burchett gets a very good start this time.
Kind of had another little checkup moment there with the 14 and the 25. Looked like they made
And
a
as-
light contact.
And as we were looking into damage, we forgot to look into the choose cone situation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
they're
and they're
wrecking
wrecking
again.
again. And they're
Big
wrecking
one
again.
in the back.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
What is happening? The track is cold, folks. The track is cold.
Let's watch.
I do not understand why they are wrecking right now. They should be trying to settle down a little bit. They just came back from a lap 1 caution. They should be taking it easy.
So let's back this up here. Looks like the 38 just may have gotten a little tight and got into the left rear of the 14. We're going to go to a far chase view and see if we can get a good angle on it here. No, the 14 came down.
Yeah, there was like a 3 wide situation.
And a lot of cars got caught up in that. Banks, Bloodsoe,
and a little bit of
Holman.
net code maybe, because I feel like there's barely a contact between the 14 and the 38.
I think
Again, this time a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it just kind of, I don't know, on the straightaways, you wouldn't expect the car to go around that easily, but must have been just enough to get the rear tires off the ground on that, what, 81, I believe it was? But, actually, I'm not sure who it was. Anyways.
Yeah.
But a lot of cars coming down pit road caught up in that. Josh Van Westman, 21.
This time there's a lot of damage, not only from the people that braked at the beginning of that caution, but just everybody colliding to avoid. For example, the 82 of Pemberton got a hard hit from the 9 as people were slowing down. A lot of damage there. Grindle as well got his rear end pretty banged up.
Ooh, Michael Thwaites really took a nasty lick. His front end is pretty bad. Just looking at the front ends right now, and yeah, there's significant damage throughout. Mark Gonzalez just got his front end pushed back out. We watched it live as I was cycling through, but let's see. Paget's still getting some of that previous damage fixed. Let's go.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in the pits right now.
My cameras do not want to cooperate right now. There we go.
Right now, I still see the 81 of Gonzalez, the 38 of Gordon Spain, the 5 of Brandon Banks, the number 6 of Newbroad, 12 of Thwaites, 13 of Clatterbox, 72 of David Farnan, 24 of Bledsoe, 27 of Grindle coming out of the pits. Looks like most of the damage has been fixed for him, and the 22 still in the pits.
All right.
The admin's giving a stern talking to the drivers. Rightfully so, I'm afraid.
Yeah, 8 laps in and we're already under our second caution. These guys got to breathe a little bit. Take a minute. Let's get this race moving before we start wrecking anymore. But
definitely, because otherwise it's going to be a long night for everybody.
Absolutely.
So, for example, looking at Grindle, his rear end was pretty banged up, and right now looks like new.
Yeah, there was
even the stickers are brand new.
There was a few of them that you could see that they popped it right back out.
Oh yeah. Well, Gonzalez was missing a rear bumper, I believe, and now it's brand new as well. I feel like rear damage is easy to fix in iRacing compared to the front end.
Looks like we have 2 cars right now currently a lap down, but I think we're going to have more than that as Pemberton, Thwaites, and Clutterbuck are still on pit road. Garnon and Padgett both showing currently 1 lap down.
Yeah, and Thwaites as well. Clutterbuck 2 laps down.
And that's going to continue to grow until they get off of pit road. Thwaites and Clutterbuck still on pit road as we get ready to go green. Burchett on the inside, Schaefer on the outside.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh yeah, they are. All right. Sorry, folks. All those damaged cars to look over. Took us a while.
Burchett got a good jump there. Schaefer gonna fall back in right behind him, currently in second, with Bill Peters in third, Chase Lewis fourth, and Josh Short fifth.
Mark Padgett is back on track. He's the lap down, but he's back on track. Same as for Farnan. Thwaites and Clutterbuck are still in a... No, Clutterbuck is out there, but Thwaites is still in the base. Apologies. Oh, and Pemberton, I think, has too much damage. He's slow right now. He lost the pack already.
Let's go take a look at his car.
Or maybe, no, I think because he said a pretty decent lap, but I think he didn't have time to join as they went green. That's it.
I think you're right.
All right, so number 4 of Joey Burchett up front, followed by Eric Schaefer. So that's, for me, that's going to be the battle of the season. If Joey Burchett can figure out tire management of these cars, he's going to be able to be the one that challenges Schaefer on longer runs and that sort of tracks. We know the DBR guys are pretty quick on those miles and a half. So if there's someone that can potentially beat Schaefer, it's going to be Burchett or Peters, in my opinion. Number 1 of Chase Lewis, right there with the 3.
And speaking of Burchett and Schaefer, those are our race winners so far this season. 2 races in, 2 different race winners, and now they're running 1-2.
We had a little bit of a contact, some door banging outside of 2 between Joshua Schwartz, the number 28, and the 25 of Riley Hoots. We got some side-by-side action as well in 3 and 4. Grindle trying the outside lane, overtaking the 7 Todd Chase. He's attempting something on the 17 of Adam Chapman. Ooh, Adam Chapman going wide a little bit, was able to lift and not wreck into the 27 of Grindle.
And it doesn't look like it costed him too much time either.
No. So interestingly, the mid-pack right now is where all the action is. And I'm keeping a little side eye on Joey Burchett, the current leader. If I have one warning for him is don't go too fast. Because right now he's pulling away, but he's going to burn his tires up if he does that too much.
And Chase Lewis in that 1 car able to get by the 3 of Eric Schaefer, currently in the 2nd position. Bill Peters fell back to 4th. Justin Miller up to 5th. Current biggest mover is Kelly Thomas in that 44 car, up 13 spots.
I guess one good way to get a lot of positions is surviving wrecks too. That has to help.
I feel like that's like a talent that you have to have is the ability to survive wrecks.
Yeah. It takes time to develop, and sometimes, despite your best effort, things happen.
Yes.
You would know.
I would. Hey, but I have finished every race so far this season on the lead lap, barely. Daytona was close.
Was it Daytona? I think it was Daytona where there was the big wreck at the end in Cup. And
yep, that's the one I got.
I avoided the big wreck, and then somebody just came back onto me, and I could not survive it. Sometimes all the foresight in the world cannot help you survive that kind of
Daytona,
interaction.
Talladega, they're kind of those special ones, right? Because no matter what you do, you could get murdered at any time.
So unfortunately, the number 5 of Brandon Banks, not in a good situation right now. I believe he still has a lot of damage. He's in the back, but not hanging and chilling in the pack, right? He's way in the back, lost all the draft.
His back end is looking pretty shabby right now.
Oh, yeah. 24 of Bledsoe as well, pretty much by himself, running in no man's land. Take a look, see. We still have Schaefer riding right up Chase Lewis' bumper. Trying to locate any side-by-side action. We do have a battle for 15th position between the 54 of Danny Rogers and the 38 of Gordon Spain. Mike Roman and we have a contact.
Up the track, into the door of the 38. But they keep it going.
But yeah, they kept it alive. Yeah, he sent it a bit wide, a bit too hard. At the end of the day, he's the one that suffered the most from it. Mike Robinger was able to just go by.
I think they both lost a couple spots in that whole deal. Danny Rogers fell to the 19th position.
Yeah, he lost 4 positions out of that. He lost to Gordon Spain, lost to Mike Robinger, to Willem Kinder, and the 15 of Drew Holman.
All right, 20 laps in, 10 laps till the stage.
Oh, it's stage already.
10 laps.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, with the cautions, I kind of forgot about stage.
Right. And the battle for the lead is starting to heat up. Chase Lewis is about 2/10 off of Joey Burchett right now, 2 to 3 car lengths. The real question is Burchett saving a little tire, or did he burn him up? Because he was out about 6/10.
Yeah, and right now they're all bundled up together. So that's the good question. And we have said that a lot throughout the beginning of the season, but Schaefer is a master of that car. He knows how to save tires, and the fact that the track got colder, the track being right now, well, it warmed up a little bit. That's to be expected with all the rubber going on. The track is currently 92 Fahrenheit. We have someone in the chat saying, I'll have to go back and see what happened to Bledsoe. I checked out for like 5 minutes and he was top 10. Well, there was a big wreck. That's what happened.
Yeah, 10, 15 cars-ish.
Exactly. We had a caution at the beginning of the race, and first lap of the restart, I believe, we had another big one, but this time, instead of being on the start-finish line, it was on the backstretch.
Michael Thwaites in the 12 car is back out on track, although several laps down.
13 laps down to be exact.
Looking right now.
But I guess he got his repairs done.
Looking right now that David Farnan would be the first car 1 lap down.
Yes,
Mark Paget trying to close that gap so he can be the lucky dog, but we will see in about 6 laps who gets the lucky dog.
I'm going to have to ask, where does that lucky dog name come from?
So that started in NASCAR when Aaron's, the furniture company, their mascot is a dog when they sponsor.
Oh, I've seen cars of that. Yeah, yes. I've seen Aaron's on someone's car. I don't remember who.
So they don't.
Okay.
Technically, it's not called the Lucky Dog anymore. It's the Free Pass. But when Aaron sponsored it, it was called the Lucky Dog, and it just kind of stuck for a lot of people.
Well, it's stuck with iRacing apparently, because it's officially called the Lucky Dog in iRacing.
There you have it.
Interesting. Thank you for that educational moment.
Absolutely. Mark Gibbs says rough rookie season this year for Bledsoe. Big adjustment from trucks with 3 Gs. Must be a really big adjustment.
Apologies. I'm not gonna lie, I'm eating a Kit Kat right now.
Schaefer closing in for that P2, looking on the bottom side of the #1 of Chase Lewis.
Oh yeah, and they're side by side. And to be fair, the thing is, I wanted to answer that question, that remark from Mark Gibbs. I feel like cars from cars, it varies a lot for drivers. For example, my season. Oh, and they're touching. They
Gordon
recovered.
Spain crash.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, well, let's go check the Relentless replay and see
And that's gonna be
what
staged,
happened.
right?
Yes,
That
that
has
should
to be staged, lap 28.
That should be stage. All right, so here
And
we
at the
go.
same time, we had the 3 and the 1 making slight contact.
Oh, the 82 and the 38 got into it. It looked like the 82 couldn't figure out which direction he wanted to go. That is a lot of damage for that 38 car.
I confirm the admins just mentioned it was stage. So I will do the top 10 for stage. In first position, Joey Burchett, pocketing that 10 points. Second position, Chase Lewis. In third, we have the 3 of Eric Schaefer. In fourth, William Peters in his 86. In fifth positions, Justin F. Miller. In sixth, Michael Ball in his 37. In seventh, we got Riley Hoots. In eighth, Alan Grindle Jr. In ninth, Adam Chapman. And the last points for stage will go to the 21 of Josh Van Westen.
All right, leaders are coming down pit road. Our lucky dog will be David Farnan, so he will stay out. I imagine everybody on the lead lap is coming down. Some will probably stay in slightly extended amount of time to fix some damage. And we're going to see who... there's no pit lane 2 camera here. Well, that's not cool.
And Schaefer is in a precarious position in his pit box.
And
1, 2, 3, 4. What's the rule for coming out of your pit box and having to go on the right lane?
I would have to check. I don't recall off the top of my head, but Joey Burchett did win the race off of pit road.
Yeah.
All lead lap cars did pit, so he will be in the lead for this restart. Chase Lewis in second and Eric Schaefer in third. Bill Peters fourth and Riley Hoots fifth. But I have to check because I know there's a rule for entering pit road, but I don't know if there is an exit. So I will consult the Relentless Racing League rulebook real quick and inform our 17 viewers. Let's see.
And I wanted to complete my thought before they had the caution. So yeah, as I was mentioning, that transition from one series to the other, right? It really depends from car to car, from driver to driver. From personal experience, my switch from trucks to Xfinity was eye-opening. I was having so much fun in the Xfinity car, which is now the O'Reilly car. That car talked to me way better than the truck ever did. So it really depends. For example, I know some people love the ARCA car, and the ARCA car doesn't do anything for me. It's not a bad car per se, but I don't feel much driving it. I don't feel in control of it. I don't necessarily feel like I communicate with it well. So it really depends. I feel like Bledsoe's driving style is more adapted to the O'Reilly car, but I guess maybe just some lucky. And sometimes it's all about patience. I've been told that several times. it's all about patience and just making sure you can avoid the wrecks.
Well, to fill in our viewers, per the rule book, using more than 3 pit stalls upon exit of your pit box is prohibited.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Burchett gets a good jump. Chase Lewis sleeping a little bit on that launch.
And right now, we do have a few people that are already single fouled out. For example, Michael Ball is by himself. Justin Miller. Justin Miller in the wall. I'm talking about it. I was actually monitoring the number 1 of Chase Lewis because he seemed a little bit out of whack. He seemed a bit sideways as it was getting out of 2, but Justin Miller just hitting the wall hard.
And I think Bradley Hoots may have got the wall off of turn 4.
You know what they say about those walls?
I think Gordon Spain is going to call it a night. He just towed the pits. Car must be too damaged to drive. Let's see. I'm going to see if we can get a camera on them walls. Let's see. Oh, there's... I think Schaefer was in the wall a little bit there. We do have a new leader. Chase Lewis.
Oh yeah, what happened to Burchett? I'll go take a quick look. Go back down.
Let's see
What happened to Burchett?
We do have Schaefer and Lewis. Let's see.
Yeah, so it looks like on the restart, Burchett and Schaefer were side by side, and Schaefer just got, you know, a better exit out of 2 and was able to get away. Chase Lewis switched lane and followed Schaefer, so that's how Burchett lost his first position.
Yeah, Burchett didn't have any help, and it looks like Schaefer just got a good launch. Waited for Burchett to launch, but then he was able to crowd him down a little. Oh, Burchett got loose in the middle of 1 and 2. That's what happened. Oh, they're wrecking. Somebody's in the wall up there. I think it is.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, well, Peters has a meatball flag. His car is totaled.
We're going to go take a peek on our Relentless replay, and I think he just got driven through by the 37. Yeah, 37.
Yeah,
hooked his,
37 was just squeezing in, basically. Didn't really leave any room. And the 86 was just expected to go up, you know? You expect to go up the track.
Yeah, that was, I mean, a little early in the race, in my opinion, to be pinching somebody down that tight, right?
I would agree. I would agree. I can get it for a potential win or podium or for some points towards the end of the race, but especially when you're not that side by side. In this case, the 37 was not side by side that much, right? His nose was at the rear wheel level. Just give the room. It's all about driving nicely. You're racing. Everybody's your competitor, but you still want to be nice to people. Prime Benny asking, can we get a camera view of the front runners racing? Well, I believe you'll get that.
Yeah, we'll have to wait a minute here.
Yeah. But if the front runners are just a little train, sometimes action is more interesting in the back.
Well, that is our 4th caution of the night. All for cause. The stage came out early due to a caution. So
Yes.
4 legit cautions so far. 38 laps in. Still got about 92 laps to go. Should be about 90 laps when we take the green flag. I think they may be choosing this time, so we're going to try to get a good view. Maybe get from the blimp camera. We missed it the last couple times, so we're going to try to get a good view here.
And I believe they try to be consistent with the choose cone being generally the cross section between the apron and the start finish line. Is that correct?
That's what it has been in the past. So Chase Lewis gonna take the bottom, Burchett to the top, Schaefer to the top, Grindle to the bottom, Hoots to the bottom, Van Weston to the bottom. So they really like that bottom line. The 7 is gonna move up several rows and be third on the outside row. Double J says the incident started half a lap sooner. Brian Benny, thanks. Drew H says lots of cautions. Yeah.
We have a lot of people on the top lane at this point. Interesting. Generally, the longest line tends to be the bottom line, but in this case, it's the top one.
Yeah, and I believe the rule is that if you don't choose because you're in pit road, you go to the tail end of the longest line, which means that we may have a lot of single file cars in one line.
Looks like it for sure.
Green, green, green.
And we have and there is an accordion effect. We have a checkup, heavy checkup. The leaders didn't really go too much expectation from the second row.
Schaefer got in the back of the 4, and that kind of checked up that outside lane. That's going to bring Grindle up to battle for P2.
I know we know Grindle is pretty quick. What he needs to work on, especially since last season, is his tire wear. He showed a lot of raw pace last season, but every time he would just fall off incredibly quick after like 10 laps or so. If he can work on that, he could be a real menace on track. Could be a front runner.
Chase Lewis gets away clean. Side by side for P2. Looks like Burchett is going to get that position. Grindle falls in line, and Schaefer enters the mix in that 4th position. A little further back, we have Riley Hoots and Todd Chase. Todd Chase able to gain several rows by choosing that outside lane.
And we may get a little bit more cars in the fray as people were able to get some repairs done.
As Burchett makes a move for the lead. Got a good run off of turn 2. Gonna drive it down deep into 3. Clear the 1. And Joey Burchett to the lead.
He's going for that most led laps bonus point, maybe.
Yeah, and with our new playoff system, every point is going to matter. As Grindle starts to look underneath the 1, not able to get close enough this time. The 1's going to take the air away.
And that's the thing that was not a thing before. We didn't have that last season. The whole aero blocking and whatnot. The car used to be pretty stable in dirty air. And they changed something recently and made it really aero dependent of that front.
Yeah, and I noticed the setups are a lot tighter again as well. They used to be really tight, then they loosened them up quite a bit. Now they're kind of back to that tight setup.
Well, Grindle making a big move, but might be overdriving it. That was a big commitment from the 27.
Able to get up to that P2 as Schaefer is now battling with Chase Lewis. Schaefer to the bottom, Chase Lewis to the top.
And we have 95 laps to go. No, sorry, 85 laps to go. Apologies. Math. Numbers are difficult. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Fun fact, I work in IT, right? And it is granted that people in IT are supposed to be good at math. I'm not.
That's why we have calculators.
Exactly. Ooh, the 7 going deep into 3.
We got several groups now as the 4 got a little tight on corner exit there, it looked like, but
Oh,
looks like
we have side-by-side action between the 81 of Mark Gonzalez and the 35 of William Kinder. Battling for the 10th position at the moment.
top 8 are in one pack, and then 9th through, call it 15th, 16th in another pack, and then a few stragglers behind.
So I want to take a quick look-see. There's a car that seems to have gained some momentum back, and that would be the 5 of Brandon Banks. Oh, and we have Rominger in the grass.
No caution yet. Back on track.
Yeah, there you go. See what happened.
Check the replay real quick.
Oh, the 21 hit the wall and kind of collected the front of the 9.
Oh, yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Bounced off the wall. Let's see. Is the 9's driving it through the infield. Fishtailing it. Got it back on track. That was some wheeling right there.
Oh, yeah. So, body work wise, the number 5 of Brendan Banks is top notch. The only thing we cannot confirm is wheel alignment and whatnot. But yes, his car is fine again.
All right, so Schaefer able to get around Grindle for P2. Burchett still leading. Hoots up into the 4th position with Chase Lewis falling to 5th.
That's where the tire management comes into play. The ability to fight for position and maintain, your tires a little bit. That's just very hard to do.
Absolutely, especially when you're battling for the lead and you get a bonus point for leading a lap. If you can stay up there as the tires wear, you have a better chance of retaining that position. So you're really pushing hard, but sometimes you push it a little too hard. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. And the 27 might lose that position to the 25. 25 coming in hot. 27 might still have a bit of damage there. Look. No, his car seems to be fine. But yeah, maybe just tire wear again. He's been battling top 3 for a while now. So maybe the 25 will be able to get that position.
Able to carry some momentum off of the corners, able to close the gap up through the straightaways, but loses quite a bit through the center of the corner, as we're seeing right now. And that's bringing the 1 car back into the battle, as the 3 is a little bit slowed there. 27 able to close up on him, rolling that outside, gonna get to his fender and side by side.
That's a rough fight. These guys are really battling it out tonight.
Grindle able to make the pass.
The 3 just got into the wall. Was able to maintain it, but damn.
3 in the wall again. 25 dropped low to avoid it, and Chase Lewis thought about filling that hole, but the 25 was going to shut that down. And Riley Hoots up to P3.
Something you want to watch out for. In these cars, you can hit the wall a couple times, 5 times, 10 times, but there is that one extra time you hit the wall where your wheel alignment gets all messed up.
As we just watched the 7 car Todd Chase scrape the wall a little bit. Currently running in the 7th position and our biggest mover at the moment, plus 17 positions. Drew Holman now battling with the 1 car. 1 car is going to have the momentum on corner exit, going to close the gap to the 3. Goes to the outside of the 3. Drew Holman drives it deep into the corner. He is going to pay the price for that in the long run.
And the number 1 was right up the 3's bumper into 1 and 2. If the 3's just trying to save tires a little bit, or maybe he got damage out of hitting the walls a couple times. We still have a battle in the back. We got the 81 of Mark Gonzalez battling out with the 28 of Joshua Short.
Side by side for position. For a top 10 spot.
And something must have happened, because earlier he was fighting with William Kinder, and Kinder is in front of them. Kinder currently in 9th position.
And Joey Burchett extends his lead to 0.8 of a second. That's a terrible camera view.
I switched to one as well. It was the scenic one, and it was a nice view, and then the tower just appeared. It just loaded out of the blue. I was like, that's interesting. Thank you, iRacing. I needed that.
The camera I had was right behind a concrete pillar.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Chase Lewis in the wall.
Oh, yeah, it's getting tight. I was about to mention, we have like 5 cars that are driving around each other. They were in an X pattern. And yeah, the one just hitting the wall hard there.
Schaefer up the middle between the 25 and the 27.
And Hoots is loose. Hoots was loose. That's hard to say. Hoots was loose.
And the one car sends it on the bottom, gets around the 25 car. Chase Lewis, 15 goes to the top side.
All right, man.
Mark Gonzalez has crashed.
Oh.
We'll check the replay.
Michael Thwaites disconnected too, but that may just be because he was a few laps down. Kinder meatball flag. Gonzalez meatball flag.
So what happened was the 81 actually ran into the left rear of the 35, misjudged his move, got him loose. He turned it back down, and man, the 35 took a lick.
Oh yeah, and
let's see if we can watch that from the cockpit view.
And how can I say this? 81 is quick. He's a quick driver, but sometimes might need to curb his aggression a little bit.
Absolutely.
And what happened just now is a great example of that. Just overdriving it, overcommitting it. We still have 72 laps to go. You can just wait a lap, try to make the pass.
And all of our leaders down pit road. Looks like Michael Ball will get the wave around this time, I believe. Or did he just stay out?
It looks like it. Yes, he's getting the wave around. He's getting the free pass.
Yes. So let's go check pit road. Well, you're gonna see who wins that race. It looks like.
And a quick reminder for our viewers. Right now, the tank holds between 32 and 35 laps of fuel. So makes a lot of sense for these guys to be pitting right now, because that means they only need to pit another time to make it to the end of the race. As we're going to restart with about 79 laps to go, that's going to cut the race in half for them.
It's close. They're going to need some cautions to make that stretch, but Burchett wins the race off of pit road. Grindle in second, Chase Lewis third, Riley Hoots fourth, Drew Holman fifth. I'm thinking Schaefer may have stayed to fix some damage. He fell all the way to 11th.
And William Kinder, understandably disconnected. I want to go back and see what happened to Thwaites, but Thwaites was already about 10 laps back. So
Kinder, he let all the smoke out of the engine. He couldn't put it back in.
Yeah, it's hard to put it back in. You know, it goes everywhere. It's just hard to catch. The front runners will be the number 4 and the number 27. Burchett leading this race so far for most of the laps. Second row will be the 25 of Hoots and the number 1 of Chase Lewis. Third row, the 14 and the 15 of Miller and Holman. That's interesting. A lot of where is Schaefer? You did mention he might be getting some repairs done.
Yeah, he's back 11th, 12th, somewhere around there. So I'm assuming he got some damage when he hit the wall and just stayed in pit road to fix it. But I suspect he will be back up there before this race is over.
Oh, probably.
All right, lights are out on the pace car. Pace car will head down pit road this time, and we will get the green flag.
Burchett making the smart move of taking the top lane.
Green flag, green flag.
27.
Green
And we got to
flag is
start.
out.
Yeah. Chase Lewis anticipated a bit too much, but gave a bump to the 27.
And the 27 is out front. He is going to clear the 4 and take the lead.
Yeah. So the 1 really anticipated a bit too early that restart. Gave a nice little bump to the 27, get a bit more speed, but caused a slight accordion effect in the back.
Alan Grindle.
Oh, and he's loose.
This is the first laps of the race he has led tonight.
Yes, I believe so as well. Probably the first lap he's led all since the beginning of the season.
Riley Hoops battling Chase Lewis for that P3 spot with Drew Holman sideways. Yeah,
the tires are cold, boys. And the track got colder. It's back to 87 Fahrenheit. So, cold tires, boys.
Brandon
That's the
Banks.
thing I noticed, too. This car is getting a bit more finicky with cold tires.
Brandon Banks
So you have to be
caught
careful.
up early, had a lot of damage, currently running in the 6th position. So, making a comeback. It's kind of been his MO as well.
I was mentioning earlier, bodywork wise, his car is pristine. I don't know about any form of like wheel alignment issues or toe issues.
Sideways.
Oh boy, that's not what you want to do when you're leading.
Yeah, I think with the 4 right on his bumper on the exit of turn 4, it just got that car loose.
At the moment, we have 20 cars still on lead lap out of the 27 that start.
Riding on board with the race leader, Alan Grindle. Ball is
And
only 1 lap down, so should a caution come out, he would be the lucky dog candidate.
ooh, and Grindle a bit loose. He was getting out of 2, went back in front of Burchett, and he was a little bit loose. Might be overcommitting, might be burning his tires up a little bit.
Drew Holman on a downward slide, currently in 10th. We saw him up as far as 5th just a few laps ago as Adam Chapman in the 17 makes his way around.
He's in the trackside sandwich right now. The 17 up front, the 82 with Pemberton in the back.
Here's the battle I want to watch. Justin Miller and Brandon Banks.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Not much of a battle now. Banks makes the pass. Miller fighting that
and
car.
yeah. What's happening with those tires, boys?
Well, there's that bump on the high line, and I think that's what they're hitting. There's a bump on the high line of turns 3 and 4, and it will... I know for us it was getting the car super tight, but with this cooler track temps, I could see it definitely getting the car loose.
I will admit that practice race we ran on Friday, I was on the bottom lane always. I'm a line hugger. I don't go up there unless I have to.
Got some action here with the 17 and the 15. 15 trying to battle his way back. Underneath the 17 into turn 1.
Oh, we got had the 21 in the 82 as well. 82 lost a position. 2 positions even. What's happening?
Side by side for that 9th spot. Drew Holman on the bottom, almost able to clear. He's going to do it. He's going to slide job. Chapman with the crossover. Brought the 21 Josh Van Westen into this battle. 15 on the top line, 17 on the bottom. 17 not able to clear. Gets a little tight. 15 goes up the track to give him a little bit of space. Killed his momentum. And now the 17 has some help with the 21 behind him. 17 is going to clear. Not going to return.
Grindle lost the lead.
There it goes. The slide job again. You can see the 17 just slide around.
And they are 3 wide. They're bumping doors.
Out front.
And they're wrecking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. 15. Will the 15 be able to recover? He has recovered. So the 15 got a bit squeezed. They were 3 wide. Bumping doors. The 21 bumped his door. Bumped twice. Hit the rear of the 82. Hit the wall slightly.
Joey Burchett able to clear the 27 for the race lead. Chase Lewis now working on the outside. Looked like he got hooked in the wall a little bit there. Up the track. Now the 25 is looking to send it 3 wide. Not going to do it. Carry that momentum on the bottom line, but not going to have any draft help.
That's a lot of action for the league. Since I've seen so much action up front in Xfinity. Well, sorry. O'Reilly Series.
Trust me, I still call it Xfinity.
Yeah, I call it Xfinity a lot. Not gonna lie, it's just easier. Well, there are old timers that still call it the Busch Series, I believe.
The Grand National Series.
Jesus, I don't even know that nomenclature.
That was pre-Busch Series.
Ah. So, speaking of the Busch Series, I heard through the grapevines that it used to run V6s?
Yeah, I believe so. Back in like the, early 90s, mid-90s, something like that.
Isn't that sacrilegious for NASCAR?
Now, yeah.
I feel like the sequential gearbox on the Cup car is sacrilegious to a lot of people, of like a lot of NASCAR purists. So, just knowing that V6s were ran in the Busch Series, I was just surprised.
Mark Gibbs in chat says the penalties this week are going to be extensive.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, to be fair, theoretically speaking, only people that cause damages and cautions. So if we have like 5 cautions, maybe like 5 penalties. Not that extensive. I've seen races with like 10, 12
Bristol,
penalties.
Martinsville.
Yeah. Not even like, honestly, we had some a few rough patches in the Xfinity Series last season. We'll still call it Xfinity. I'm allowed to call it that way. But we had races there which just ugly.
Absolutely.
A bit like the beginning of this race, where, you know, it was just constant cautions, not fun at all, and there was plenty of penalties being handed over. With reason. Sorry. With good reason.
Schaefer up to the 6th position after spending an extended amount of time on pit road fixing his car. Burchett currently in the lead, has a decent gap, and then it's a 3-way battle for second with the 27 Alan Grindle, the 1 Chase Lewis, and the 25 of Riley Hoots.
So see, if they were to chill a little bit, use their brain a little bit, they would stop fighting and try to catch up to Burchett. Stop fighting amongst yourselves. Yeah, stop fighting. The more they fight, the more Burchett gets a good lead.
And the closer that pack behind him is going to get with Banks, Schaefer, Miller, and Short, I believe.
Oh, yeah. And they still have 50 laps to go. They need to stop fighting. Just chill, save tires, try to catch up to Burchett. It's not that position that matters now. It's going to be at the crossing of the line for the checkered flag.
nationwide years, though. Yep, I remember those years.
When was that?
Early 2000s, I want to say, if I remember correctly. Mid 2000s.
Actually, I believe one of my favorite NASCAR paints might be from the Nationwide Series. Yes, it is. It's the 2010 Canadian Tire NASCAR Nationwide car for Ron Fellows, the 88,
Oh, yep.
which is the clear inspiration for my main paint scheme. Oh, the 25 has a good run, gives a major bump to the 27.
27 looks like he's going to keep that momentum on the top line as the one starts charging back a little bit. But
Yeah, so out of two, it looks like 27 and 1 were fighting a bit too hard. 27 went into 1-2
Ooh, 25
very
in the
deep.
wall.
Oh boy. This is not a blue wall, guys. Stop hitting it. The blue wall is the one you hug, not the yellow ones. Speaking of hitting the wall hard. Oh, see, you mentioned it, right? The 5, the 3, the 14, they caught up.
Yep. They
You're in the
are
fray now.
there. The 5 looking underneath the 25, Brandon Banks and Riley Hoots. And the bottom line has help this time as Chase Lewis is looking for P2 on the outside of Alan Grindle. Chase Lewis up to P2.
About to say something, but I don't remember what. Is that old age?
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
See, and all that fighting they've been doing, Burchett now has a 1.2 seconds lead.
and they're 3 wide. Hoots gonna give a little bit.
Oh,
Banks
boy.
gonna make the pass.
Oh, and Miller in the wall. Miller in the wall. Miller in the
All right,
wall.
man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
He squeezed Schaefer a little bit too hard, came up way too much, and then Schaefer had nowhere to go. That's
Alright.
unfortunate.
Well, we'll consult the replay and give you a little play-by-play here. Oh, yeah, he just turned up
Yeah,
into
that's
Schaefer's fender.
yeah, that's not squeezing. That's
That's self-clearing and
yeah,
failing
exactly.
at it. Well,
yeah. Hashtag not clear. Am I right?
yeah. Let's take a peek at Schaefer's car. Looks like no damage. Got away with that one clean. Shouldn't say got away with it. He really didn't do anything. The 14 definitely was not clear there and kind of wrecked himself.
Depends. Well, that was an easy one to diagnose.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the real question is, do the leaders come down pit road?
Yeah, we have 47 laps remaining, so
They're coming.
they might come down for fuel, maybe for tires, but they're gonna have to pit again.
And they do have that extra set of tires, and they were on a 24-lap run there. So
Yeah, they might want to get some freshies.
Michael Ball
I
gonna
just don't
stay
know.
out, get his.
I haven't kept
plate
track
run.
of who took tires and when.
I think they still have one set left. All right, well, let's see who wins the race off of pit road. Keep an eye on Joey Burchett. He's got the first box here that'll tell the tale. If I can get a good camera angle. All right. Oh, it's a race, but Burchett's got it. Chase Lewis second, Alan Grindle third, Banks fourth, Riley Hoots fifth, Schaefer sixth, Josh Short seventh, Chapman eighth, Rominger ninth, and Derek Pemberton comes out in 10th. Currently our biggest mover, up 20 positions.
So next time by is gonna be the Choose Cone.
And we will go watch that.
I will let you do that, and I will consume the rest of my Kit Kat.
There you go. right, so we have seen Burchett choose top and bottom from the lead, so we will see which way he goes this time. Acting like he's gonna go top, but too early to say for sure. And Burchett goes top, so does Chase Lewis. Are they choosing this time? I'm not even sure.
Yeah, they are.
There was a lot of people who did not choose on time there, so this.
Yeah, I feel like they forgot.
Yeah, seemed like the 5 may have missed the choose line. Possibly the 27 as well, but that's why they have admins. All right, W Tiger 42 says, yes, O'Reilly RL on Monday night, the place where all the Joe Robert fans come to chill. Joe Robert has fans. Let's see. Gas
I'm
and
not
go
gonna
with
comment
20 to
on
go.
That's rage bait at this point.
All right, lights are out on the pace car. 21 cars on the lead lap. Miller back out there. I'm going to go check his damage real quick. He still appears to have quite a bit of rear end damage as we get ready for this restart.
Sorry, I was listening to the voice chat and
Green.
And green flag is out. Burchett gets a good launch. Going to bring Chase Lewis with him. 27 a little slow on the launch. 5 all over his bumper. 5 goes to the top line.
Yeah, on the restart, the top line might be the best one, especially for a faster exit. Although the 27 was able to maintain it and floor it. Ooh, and the one just squeezed the 27.
Just didn't have the help.
Oh, and 25 getting all tight.
The 4 car got tight. They're 3 wide for the lead. Joey Burchett falls to 3rd during all that. And the one sideways saved it in the wall a little bit. That was a heck of a save, though. Burchett with the crossover.
Ooh. I'm going to have to reiterate my previous comments. Cold tire, boys. Cold tires.
42 laps to go. 9 up the track a little bit. Burchett looking to the outside of the 27. Gonna have some help with the 5, who is now in the 3rd position. The 4 may have grazed the wall a little bit there, but he is able to clear the 27 for the lead. 27 battling back on the bottom.
But they have to stop battling eventually. The more they battle like that, the more they give opportunities to the people behind them. This is a dangerous game to play. And I feel like the 4 of Burchett already has the most lead laps.
Oh, Burchett up the track. Oh, I don't know if he got the wall there or not.
He was very close to it if he was not in it. Also, quick news about who's on lead lap. Mark Paget back on the lead lap was able to recover his two lost laps from recovering damage.
Danny Rogers also back on the lead lap, but he had a significant amount of damage as the 4. Ooh, it getting a little tight. 4 car advantage. Clear. Is he going to take it? 27's going to battle back on the bottom. He had an inch.
Yeah. From the chopper view, was not very easy to see.
Still side by side for the lead. Grindle led that lap. Burchett still working that high line.
The number 1 up track.
And
went
Burchett's
way
clear.
too deep. All right, now they need to settle a little bit. Just to, again, we have 39 laps to go. They need to settle down. Save tires. You're going to have to pit again for fuel at some point.
Looks looks like the 25 tagged the wall a little bit with the 82 of Derek Pemberton underneath him. Brindle trying to battle back on that low line. Josh Short up to P3 in that 28 car.
Speaking of Brindle, I'm curious about his teammate Michael Ball in the 37, currently in 17th position. But I feel like he might still have damage. He was caught up in some shenanigans. I don't remember if he caused it. Yeah, he squeezed somebody, didn't he?
He drove through somebody. I don't remember who it was, but
yeah, he still has damage.
Bill Peters, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Compared to him, David Farnan. I was about to say Farnan no damage, and Farnan just scraped the wall pretty hard.
Well, while we're green, why don't we go through the field real quick?
Sure.
And Joey Burchett leading. Let's see. Joey Burchett, Alan Grindle in second in that 27 Chevrolet. Josh Short third with the Palmetto State Armory Chevrolet number 28. And Brandon Banks in the Hendricks car number 5 Chevrolet. Chase Lewis in the Lucas Oil number 1 Chevy as he hits the wall. Schaefer in the O'Reilly Auto Parts number 3. Mike Rominger in, I cannot read that, but it's Chevy.com something or another. Shop online in the number 9. Riley Hoots in the Zero Sugar Dr. Pepper number 25. And I will say there are a lot of Chevys in this field.
Yeah, I was about to say, where are the Supras?
All at the back. Derek Pemberton
Whoa.
in the Office Depot number 82. Josh Van Westen in the Cartoon Network Scooby-Doo number 21. Adam Chapman in the number 17 Trackside Racing very, very bright paint scheme. Michael Newbraw in the Personalize Your Something Drinkware Coolers. I can't read it all. Number 6. Todd Chase in the Bucked Up number 7. Drew Holman in 15th in the very first Supra we've seen. All others have been Chevrolets.
Chevys, yeah.
The Spring Air number 15. Justin Miller in the Miller Motorsports number 14 Chevy. And our first Ford, the number 37 Ceramic Pro Michael Ball. And David Farnan in the Something Racing Engines number 72 Chevy. Mark Paget in the State Water Heaters number 22 Chevy. Kelly Thomas in the Exxon number 44 Ford. Alan Bledsoe in the American Tire Distributors number 24 Chevy. Danny Rogers in the Columbia Bank number 54 Toyota. Josh Clutterbuck in the North-South Racing number 13 Toyota Supra. Mark Gonzalez, not here, but he's running a number 81 Red Bull car. Let's see if we can get back to that. Kinder also not here. Thwaites, Peters. So that's about it.
And we have a fight for second position. 27 able to get a run onto the number 1, and 5 following up.
And it seems like you need some cars behind you on that bottom line to make it work. Seems like the draft is pretty significant there. One drives it in deep into turn 1, but the 27 is going to have the advantage on the outside.
Oh, and they banged doors a little bit. The 1 kind of squeezed 27.
27 clears, slides down in front of the 1. The 1 slides up the track, going to open the door for the 5 to maybe have a run on the bottom. Car also on the bottom underneath the 3 of Eric Schaefer. clear that.
With 29 laps to go, I'm still surprised about how hard these guys are battling. Ooh, the one almost spun the 27. He had to back out a little bit because the 27 almost got spun.
I do feel like that's a product of this track, though, right? It is a very racy track, as the one is in the outside wall, gonna give up a lot of spots there, drops back to the 8th position.
So that gave the 5 the second position, the 3 side by side with Grindle. Mike Rominger making a big comeback there, currently in 6th position. No, even the 4th. Hang on. Math difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rominger's in 6th.
Yeah, 6th position. Yeah.
Now 5th. Oh, 82
Numbers
gets
difficult.
tight. The one comes around. Trying to recover from that wall ride he did there. 9 has a run on the bottom underneath the 27. The 27. Oh, tight. Oh, they're all right.
Yeah, this is a lot of tight battles, folks.
So Burchett leading Brandon Banks and Eric Schaefer, your top 3. 4th is right now that 9 car as he slides up and partially slides up in front of the 27. Going to take the spot. Mike Rominger up to 4th after having heavy damage earlier in the race.
The number 4 goes into the pits.
Interesting. Oh!
I think he's going to take some fuel.
27 and the 1, slight contact there. 1 had to check up. 25 jumps and fills the gap between them. The 28 comes around the bottom, gets tight in the middle of the corner, able to keep it down, and momentum to the top line as the 1 looks to put it 3 wide, thinks better about it, gives a bump to the 25, and then puts himself in the wall. Lays on the door of the 28. They're able to keep it straight. Four is in that pit window, so he wants to be the first one on fresh tires, it appears. But should a caution come out, they are going to be hurting. Adam Chapman and Drew Holman also down pit road.
Yeah, people will start to react, and that's what I was mentioning earlier, right? Like, do you react? Do you stay out longer and try to pit towards the end and capitalize on fresher rubber towards the end?
Well,
it's a tough call to make.
We're going to hit our stint length button here, and they are on 23 lap old tires currently, those who have not pitted. So this is kind of splitting it directly in half. Downside is, should a caution come out, they will be 1 lap down. So they will lose the track position and also be on older tires, as Todd Chase also comes down pit road. I believe that is all but one of the trackside guys down pit road. Banks down, Schaefer down. Grindle.
27 of Grindle called it.
Josh Van Westen. That's going to hand the lead over to Mike Rominger. Riley Hoots in second. Chase Lewis third. Derek Pemberton fourth. And Josh Short fifth.
The 9 is going into the pits, so he's going to take that bonus point for leading a lap.
And I was wondering that. I'm curious if that's why Pemberton is staying out, so he can run long, get that bonus point. Nope, he's coming down pit road as well. 1 Chase Lewis down pit road.
So 27 took 4 tires, I believe, and the 3 and the 5. They're pretty much all coming out together. Now it's just a matter of getting out of pit road as quickly as possible.
So assuming that we don't get a caution, this will be the battle for the lead, I believe. That's going to be Joey Burchett, Brandon Banks, Eric Schaefer. And Burchett gained a lot of ground pitting earlier. Currently leading is Riley Hoots.
And did not pit yet.
Looks like the top 10 have not pitted yet. Ball coming in now in the 37 car.
Yeah, 37 is in the pits.
Hoots going to stay out. Short coming down pit road.
I'm happy we got some green flag pit stops.
Currently 9 drivers on the lead lap. All have not pitted yet, with the exception of Josh Short, who is currently on pit road.
And with all that, Burchett got a 4 seconds lead on Brendan Banks.
And more importantly, Burchett just unlapped himself the hard way. Got around the leader, Riley Hoots. He is back on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's impressive.
The 6, Michael Newbrow down pit road. So that leaves 7 drivers who have not pitted yet. Those drivers are Riley Hoots currently leading the race, Justin Miller in second, Mark Paget in third, David Farnan in fourth, Alan Bledsoe fifth, Kelly Thomas sixth, and Danny Rogers in seventh. Then we will have
Kelly Thomas just called the pits. And again, they're going to have to eventually because, again, 32 to 35 laps of fuel, depending on if you save a little bit. They're coming close to that window. 17 laps to go. They have to.
Mark Gibbs in chat says, Hoots playing that long game. Interesting to see if we can get to 10 to go without those tires giving problems. Well, looking at the speeds right now, those tires are already giving problems.
Oh, yeah. He's in the 32.1s. That's a second and a half slower. He's going to get the 5 and the 3 are about to unlap themselves.
So
as they were getting closer to him.
Schaefer just ran a 30.6. Riley Hoots ran a 32.1. So that is a second and a half of fall off. All right.
A lot of people are about to unlap themselves. Adam Chapman and the 27 of Grindle.
Joey Burchett passed Danny Rogers. Danny Rogers has not pitted yet. And these guys are getting extremely close on fuel. 30, 31 laps right now. They will have to come down very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So the gap currently is about 3 seconds from Burchett to Banks. That should close a little bit more before this runs out. Banks, Schaefer do have slightly fresher tires.
Yeah, right now Burchett is at least 30 seconds in front. Might be saving tires too.
Let's do this. Let's do Burchett lap time to Banks. Banks was a half a second, 0.4 of a second faster the last 2 laps. I assume that there was probably some traffic in there looking at the fall off.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But
and you're Burchett right now, you want to save tires a little bit because he pitted 4 laps prior to Banks and Schaefer. So he wants to save his tires and be able to just use whatever he has left for the battle for the lead.
82 and the 21 unlapping themselves. 15 drivers on the lead lap as Riley Hoots continues to stay out.
Well, he's going to have to pit eventually.
34 laps right now. Him, Miller, Paget, Bledsoe, and Farnan, top 5, have not pitted yet.
Rogers in the pits. '25 will be pitting this time. And the 24 of Bledsoe as well.
25 currently stuck on the top line with more drivers coming around. That's the 28. The 44 is going to give him a break. Let him get to the bottom so he can pit. They are teammates.
Yeah, that's a nice gesture.
Bledsoe is down pit road. 25 entering pit road right now. Miller's still out there. Paget's still out there. Farnan's still out there.
Paget just called for pit as well.
Miller down pit road.
Yeah, I believe all of those that stayed out will have to pit now. They might be out of fuel.
Paget down, along with Clutterbuck. Farnan down. That is going to hand the lead over to Joey Burchett. And we are going to check those lap times once again. Banks running significantly faster. That gap is going to be closing relatively quickly.
Yeah, and not only Banks, but he has Schaefer as well. So those two teammates are just on his tail, chasing him down.
So top 5 currently, Joey Burchett leading, Brandon Banks, Eric Schaefer, Alan Grindle, and Mike Rominger. Chase Lewis in 6th, Adam Chapman 7th, Pemberton 8th, Joshua Short in 9th, and Josh Van Westen rounding out the top 10.
Mark Paget just came out of the pits. He's going to get lapped, I believe.
And that's just the downside to playing that long game, especially with this few laps left. You have to think they were just hoping for a caution to trap everybody a lap down, go get their 4 fresh tires and enough fuel to make it to the end, and then they would just come out with the advantage. But no caution, gonna pay the price. 3 wide, 24.
That's not a strategy call I like to make personally. I'm more of a early pitter myself, and if people start pitting, I'm just gonna react. Especially if the leaders start to pit,
I
I
feel
want to
like
react.
I feel like it's a desperation move. Like Paget got caught up early. I can understand that, right? Hoots, I don't quite understand because he was top 5 most of the night.
And now he's basically not lap, but he's the last on the lead lap, and we have a battle for the lead now.
All right, well, let's go to that. Joey Burchett, Brandon Banks, Schaefer. Banks underneath the 4.
With
Schaefer.
6 laps to go, maybe even Schaefer might be able to pull a fast one.
Banks runs that middle line, forces the 4, Joey Burchett to run higher. That's going to give opportunity to the 3, but the draft going to pull the 4 ahead a little bit. 3 looks to the inside. Gains a few inches at a time. 4 has the momentum on the outside again. Going to cover that ground back.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough battle for sure. And the 5 is the 3's teammate. Therefore, I can see Banks just trying to give the 3 a little pull with some draft when possible.
And I'm willing to bet the 3 is going to enter mid, force that 4 up the track, which he does. It's going to, tight. 4 may have scraped the wall a little bit there.
A tiny bit, yeah.
4 laps to go. Banks is pulling away. Schaefer still trying to get around the 4 of Joey Burchett.
And we have Grindle and Chase Lewis battling for 4th as well. Rominger lost the position to Chase Lewis. Oh, and the 22 of Mark Paget compromises Grindle's entry into 3, which leads the way to the number 1 of Chase Lewis. So we got a lot of battles going on.
Still side by side for what is the 4th position as the 1 enters that mid. And I'm seeing more and more people do that, and it really hurts that outside lane.
Oh, yeah.
Battle wages on for that P2, Schaefer and Burchett.
And now's the time, when you have the top line, now's the time to kind of try and squeeze the person on the bottom line. Try to squeeze them and force them on that tight corner exit, if I may.
Burchett able to stay in front of that 3 car. He's going to run the midline now. A little further back, Rominger and Grindle battling for P5.
funny because the 72 and the 24 are not even on this lap. They
Right.
are lapped.
27 lays on the door of the 9, looks to go 3 wide, has the 24 to his outside. He goes wide through the corner. 9's going to clear. White flag is out. We'll go back to our leader, Brandon Banks, as he comes through what I believe is turn 3 and 4. And Brandon Banks going to get his first win on the season at Las Vegas. Joey Burchett able to hold second. Eric Schaefer third. Chase Lewis fourth. Mike Rominger fifth. Alan Grindle sixth. Adam Chapman seventh. Derek Pemberton eighth. Michael Newbraw ninth. And Josh Short 10th. What a recovery for the 5
Oh,
after
yeah.
getting
Yeah,
all that
absolutely.
damage.
Yeah, got wrecked, a lot of damage, and out of that, he was able to just come back and win this. That's where we know, the DBR guys are just that good generally. They make good strategy calls. They're able to recover. So good racing on his part. So that's where I will let you do your interviews, Tony.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me tonight.
My pleasure. And thank you, everybody, for watching, and see you next week.
All right. We're going to wait for our top 3 finishers to get into the podium channel so we can get some interviews done as Brandon Banks burns them down. All right, still, we got one of them. Just waiting on the other 2. Got one there, and they are here. So we are going to get these interviews started right now. We'll start it off with our race winner, Brandon Banks. Brandon, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Got the first win on the season, 3 races in. Man, got caught up early in a wreck, but able to get it all repaired and drive back through the field. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Yeah, we ended up getting caught up in that mess at the beginning there. Pretty frustrating. Trying to get going. So pretty much, killed our stage for any chance of stage points. But we only had maybe I think it was like 3 minutes of damage. So we got that fixed and just kind of picked our way slowly through the field. I wanted to be, just take my time. I needed a good finish. Last week I was I was pretty rough last week. I was sitting there throwing up in a freaking bucket right here beside the chair at the same time trying to race. So I was trying to struggle a little bit. So I needed a good finish. Yeah, it was a good race though, man. It was Joey ran me clean. Schaefer helped me out a lot. So you can't ask for much more.
Absolutely. You made the choice to pit. I think it was about 4 laps after Joey pitted, and man, you closed that gap pretty quick. I was surprised at how much those 4 laps made a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it helped a little bit too. Me and Shafe were able to get in and out together. So that helped a lot. We could at least draft. I knew we would get to him. I didn't want to wait too long, but I wanted to wait long enough to where I felt like when we got to him, we would be on offense. So, because I knew he's going to be a tough pass. So, with the extra bit of tires there, that made that pass in 1 and 2 just a little bit easier. So, um, kind of worked out the way we wanted it to. So.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on getting that first win of the season. We suspect we will have some more wins for you here in the upcoming races. You and Schaefer seem to always have 5, 6, 7 wins on the season, but Burchett entering the mix might take a few of those away, but y'all still are going to be very hard to contend with. So congrats on the win. We will let you get some shout outs in and get you out of here.
I appreciate you guys for putting on the broadcast. Excellent show. Like I said, congrats to Joey and Shafe. They ran an excellent race. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition in this league this season. I think we'll have a lot of fun. We'll have some different winners for sure. Um, but yeah, thanks to the DBR guys, Newbraw, Schaefer. Newbraw came back from a bunch of mess at the very beginning of the race too, so good on him. And like I said, the Legacy of Liberty Rally Series, come join it. It's good. It's fun. These guys are great. So, like I said, I don't know where we go next. Street course. You won't have to worry about me winning next week.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was gonna be tough.
So we're just gonna try to survive there, and we'll move on to Auto Club or something. We might be all right there. So, but I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Well, congrats again, and we will see y'all next week at the street course. Man, the admins are brave for putting that track on the schedule.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, man.
All right, we'll catch you later.
Later.
All right, that was our race winner, Brandon Banks. Next up, we have Joey Burchett, our P2 finisher. Joey, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you were able to hang in there for quite a while, but those last few laps, they were able to run you down. Do you think pitting a little too early hurt you?
Yeah, we were trying to do something a little bit different on a strategy. I knew whatever I did, those two guys would probably go the opposite. So I was just trying to kind of put myself in a decent window to see if I could get out early enough, get out clean enough, and just try to set sail and see if I could build enough of a gap and see if it would take them the entire run to kind of run me back down. But, uh, those two guys are super, super fast. And with them working together, drafting, they were able to catch me a lot quicker than I thought. But hey, I mean, we led a bunch of laps tonight. We contended. Second place ain't bad. I'm just kind of racking up points and take the wins when I can get them.
Absolutely, and yeah, definitely racking up. I believe you had led most laps, pole. I don't recall where you were at in the stage, but I think you won it, if I remember correctly. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, definitely racking up those bonus points. Got the win last week and a P2 tonight, so definitely not much to complain about there. How you feeling about the Chicago Street Course next week?
We'll be all right. Coming from trucks, I felt pretty good in the truck and on the road course or street course, wherever whichever one. But D cars are a little bit different, but I think we'll be okay.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to watching you guys rip around that track. It's fun to rip laps at, but man, if somebody makes a mistake, there's nowhere to hide.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a mess if something happens.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on the P2 tonight. We will let you get some shout outs in and get you out of here.
Yeah, just congrats to Banks on the win. Schaefer third place. Appreciate those guys running me clean there right at the end. Some good fun, hard racing. I wanna apologize to the one car Lewis. I kind of threw a dirty block on him a little earlier in the race, and I think it got him a little hemmed up there. But want to apologize for that. But then yeah, just want to thank the boys over at Trackside, Adam, Todd, Derek. I think Adam and Derek both finished top 10, so it's a good night for the team. And then you guys for doing the broadcast. I see Matt wasn't able to be here, so you stepped in for us tonight, so appreciate that. And just Davey and Jeff for kind of admin putting this on and keeping us going. So appreciate those guys.
Absolutely. Well, congrats again on the P2. We will see you next week in Chicago.
Thank you, man.
All right. That was our second place finisher, Joey Burchett. Next up, we have Eric Schaefer. Oh, there he is. Schaefer, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Tony?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just hanging out.
Got the P3 tonight. Close that gap. You and Banks close that gap quick, but Burchett just had enough in the tank to hold you off, keep you to that P3 position. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Yeah, all in all, decent. I knew that it was going to be a tough pass there for P2 at the end right there, man. Him running that high side and me on the bottom. It's just the high side's got so much momentum, the middle, and the bottom's so bumpy with the low fuel that you can't get a good run off the bottom. No, he did a great job. I wasn't going to try to run him dirty there. I knew we touched a little bit, but that was clean hard racing, and yeah, we'll take the P3, man. Middle of the race, we were just kind of sitting there riding, letting them guys would look like they were going to go up there and burn their stuff up, and then they started playing like ping pong, touching each other, and me and Banks was like, all right, it's time to go. So, and then we had that caution with me and Miller, right there at the end of the tire run. We were coming on the long run, man. But the cautions just didn't fall the way they needed to tonight.
Absolutely. I did want to ask you. We saw you got into the wall, and then you spent a little bit of extra time on pit road. How much damage did you end up with there?
It was 6.2 seconds, and what the kicker was, is it did not start fixing the damage until the left side got off the jack. You know, normally it'll
Yep.
actually fix the damage while the car is up. This time it would not fix it until the car was back on the ground, so that's why I had to spend a little extra time.
Oh, 6.2. Wow. Why even?
Yep.
That's crazy. All right,
Yeah.
man. Well, congrats on the P3 tonight. We will let you get some shout-outs in and get you out of here.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Banks for getting the W. Shout out to Joey. That's clean racing, man. Appreciate him racing me and Banks as clean as he did there when we caught him. That was always good. Had a blast up there in the top 5 with Chase, Grindle, all those guys. Huge shout out to Peters for sponsoring the league, Legacy of Liberty. Appreciate that. Tony, thank you for putting on the broadcast, and thank you to the admins, Davey and Jeff, and then huge thank you to all the DBR boys, everybody who comes out and watches every week, New Brawl and Banks, and all the other guys. So appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Well, congrats again on the P3 tonight. Chicago Street Course next week should be an interesting one. Hopefully, we don't have a roadblock, but we'll see how y'all survive that. But we'll get you out of here. Congrats again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is gonna wrap things up here. We'll get you your race results. Maybe. Let's see if we can get them to pop. Nah, they don't want to work. Anyways, we'll go this way. All right. Brandon Banks getting his first win on the season. Joey Burchett finishing second. The 3 of Brandon Schaefer third. Chase Lewis fourth. Mike Rominger fifth. Alan Grindle sixth. Adam Chapman seventh. Derek Pemberton eighth. Michael Newbraw ninth. And Josh Short is going to round out your top 10. A rough race at the beginning, but they got it straightened out, got some green flag pit stops in, and put on a good show for us. Tune in tomorrow night as the Truck Series heads to my favorite track, Auto Club, for the Freedom 250 Truck Series. And then Wednesday night, the Cup Series are also at Auto Club, the Sword Dog Cup Series. And then Thursday night, our ARCA Series, I believe they are at Michigan, so that should be a very fun race to watch as well. With that being said, thanks for watching, and tune in next time.
Relentless Racing League, NASCAR dreams, full speed kings. Let's go. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Green flag wave and the engine scream. 30 cars flying, living that Speedway dream. Draft so tight, bumper to chrome. Every lap of battle, this is where we roam. Rubber business racing, yeah, we know the code. Last lap glory on a victory road. From short tracks to super speedway nights, legends made under flashing lights. One mission, one name, one goal, two. Relentless Racing League coming through. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Tires burning sparks when we dive down low. 3-watt thunder putting on a show. Spotter calling clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks set the stage. ARCA rising, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name. Speed